Welcome into the Rant, everybody. It is halftime. It's time for us to chop it up. New era as we have a new sponsor. Sponsored now by the Tulsa Oilers. Thank you so much to the Oilers. Perfect partner for us. Their season just got underway over the weekend. They're 1-1 so far on the road. Home opener coming Saturday against Kansas City. We cannot wait for Tulsa Oilers hockey. Christy Maria, Cade McFarland. We cannot wait to talk about this week's college football games. Let's dive right in. Oklahoma State and Iowa State, Chris, in a game that I thought was just so much fun to watch, start to finish. Two tough teams hitting each other, veteran teams. I thought this game was worthy of a Big 12 championship game. It's a shame somebody had to lose. It's even more of a shame it was the Oklahoma State Cowboys, but, man, this was good football up in Ames.
Just a fantastic game. I mean, Mike Gundy said it afterward. This game could have come down to any play, any single play, absolutely. And unfortunately, as you said for OSU, it came down, I would say, to two missed field goals, kind of reminiscent of 2011, where the missed field goal just happens to haunt the Cowboys and, in this case, once again, ruin the perfect season. But you talk about a game that was absolutely a game of inches. It's almost fitting that it was ended on a play that was just inches short of a first down.
Yeah.
It was
allegedly.
Allegedly,
Well, I mean, officially because of what the officials called on the field, but yeah, we'll get to that play and you'll see the replays. Our guy Brennan Presley, who made this incredible catch, 2 touchdowns on the day, and this one as good as he has ever had, high school or college. We've seen a lot of Brennan through the years. I didn't say Braylon, right? I said Brennan.
You said
Brennan.
Brennan.
Tell me I said thank you.
You said Brennan.
I'm going to do that at some point when they're teammates in Stillwater. I'm going to make that mistake.
Inevitable.
But, I mean, look at him. This guy's 5'8".
He's 5'8".
You kidding me with that play?
He's mossing people. It's ridiculous.
But you mentioned the 4th and 2 at the end of the game where they're driving to try and to win this thing. And it looked to me like he was on top of his offensive lineman and should have received a different spot than he did. I think he had the first down. Didn't happen that way.
Yep.
And it's a shame that it ends that way. It's a shame that they called the taunting penalty on Hutchinson and the Iowa State receiver earlier.
Ridiculous.
A fiasco
Absolutely
on both
ridiculous.
of those, if you ask me. But this ball game otherwise was terrific. Two fantastic teams. And look, with regard to Oklahoma State, the goal is to make it to Arlington for the Big 12 title game for the first time. They've got as good a shot as anybody aside from OU, who of course remains undefeated. You got to handle your business.
Yep.
And I do like their chances more than I ever have, Chris. I know you haven't been around here, so you're not aware of all the scars in OSU football history in the Bedlam game. But I look at what their defense is doing, and then I peek over in Norman, what's going on there, and I like their chances more than I have in many, many years as we project ahead to Bedlam. Still a lot of work to do in the meantime. I'm just saying that this team can go toe-to-toe with anybody, including OU, in this league, better than I think they've been able to in a few years. That includes even the Mason Rudolph years where they were not as complete a team because the defense wasn't great.
And you're seeing the play right now, the 4th and 2, just short. I think it was a bad spot. Just watching on TV, and you'll see. This was the moment that changed the game, and you hate when a measurement or something that is subjective like this changes a game. And
I will say this.
Case, it's just what happens.
Iowa State was the better team in the second half.
Yeah.
Offensively, they were beginning to move. They moved the ball with much more consistency than OSU. I'm not going to say the wrong team won yesterday, but certainly this was, I think, the wrong call. And they had 40 yards, left. Well, less than that to try and tie the game with the field goal. Hate to see it end that way, and with fans streaming on the field. You mentioned 2011. This is reminiscent of that heartbreaking. I mean, there was so much more at stake in that ball game when they were 10-0, and you win that thing, and you're probably playing for a national championship. But high stakes game, fantastic ball game. A shame that OSU finished just that. I have nothing negative to say about the performance. Let's put it that way. It was a great ball game. I thought OSU played great, and hopefully they continue to play at that level and get better and better and find some things offensively. Because the thing we want more than anything is Bedlam in the Big 12 championship game, because I think these two teams are deserving.
And really quickly, you mentioned them matching up well with OU. I'm not going to look too far ahead, but the fourth quarter defense for OSU and the fourth quarter offense for OU are both magical, and they both have been what has saved their respective seasons. So I think that would be a fantastic matchup. OSU just has to figure out the third quarter woes.
It's weird, man. 44-3.
Yes,
They've been outscored by opposing
season.
teams in the third quarter. 3 points offensively. Mike Gundy was at a loss for words afterwards, saying, yeah, maybe the halftime adjustments need to be a little bit different. But It's a weird thing, and it is something that they probably need to get sorted out because you can't go an entire season not scoring a touchdown in the third quarter. If you're going to, try and win the Big 12 or even more than that. So I don't know what to make of that, but yeah, something they'll have to get sorted out.
Best chance at points in the third quarter was a missed field goal that would have changed the game.
Yep.
That's brutal.
All right, Oklahoma and Kansas.
Yes.
Katie Wisely was coming at me pretty good in the first half of this
Deservedly.
thing. Recap this for us a little bit, Chris. They were down 10-0 at the half. I guess actually let's start with this. They score on every possession in the second half to win 35-23. It was closer than that score would indicate, but what Caleb Williams did here, you kidding me with this?
Magical.
He did what?
Magical. It counts. It was a handoff because Kennedy Brooks didn't make it to
on 4th and 1 in a 5-point game. Kansas is going to get the ball back there unless Caleb Williams jumps in and does what he does. Maybe I've seen it a time or two, like in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
But in a spot that big, a true freshman. I look at the look on the Kansas fans' face. By the way, I was listening to the Kansas radio version of this game on Sirius yesterday. You would have thought that what went on was the most illegal play football has ever seen. I mean, look, it was incredibly heads up. It was absolutely legal. We're seeing what he did on another 4th down earlier in the game as he got loose for a long touchdown run. This is why I was the guy a couple of weeks ago who said, look, I think you're going to need Spencer Rattler at least part of the time to win a national championship, to beat the Georgias or Alabamas. But we're seeing now this is why Caleb Williams is QB1 and needs to be QB1 for the Sooners. That sort of playmaking ability, that presence of mind for a true freshman, unbelievable.
It really was. I mean, it's funny because they asked Kennedy Brooks about it after the game, and he was a little cryptic on it. He was very short on it. Like, yeah, we just kind of locked eyes, and people in the media were asking, well, have you practiced that before? And he was kind of cryptic on it. I don't think they practiced that. I don't think they want to admit
not.
it. Think he
Surely not.
I think Kennedy just made eye
hats off
contact
to Kennedy for giving it up, right?
Yes, he made eye contact with his quarterback, and it was as good of a play for Caleb to come in and have the presence of mind to take it as Kennedy to realize, okay, that's my teammate trying to take the ball, because that's a split second. You have to make that. I don't think many players at all make that reaction. I think they hold onto the ball, don't want to fumble it and give up a scoop and score kind of thing. But it's funny because at halftime of this game, going back to the beginning of it, at halftime of this game, Kansas was sending out alerts to students saying, we're up 10-0 on the number 3 team in the country. Get to the stadium.
Gates are open.
Fans came to the stadium.
Can you imagine if OU had lost this game?
Oh, my goodness. Fans came to the stadium. Lincoln Riley, after the game, said it didn't really change our mindset very much. He said, I didn't really notice it. Whether he did or didn't, he said, I'm not trying to give you the short answer, but we didn't really notice it. But the fans packed the stadium after, and it became a ball game until Caleb Williams, they started calling him the Magic Man on television rather than Superman, so he kind of has 2 nicknames now.
It all works.
But you know what? Now you see him, now you don't. Ricky Bobby, Magic Man. I love it. I love it because it works. And we were just talking about the fourth quarter magic for OU, and that is what Caleb Williams brings. And while this was the story of the first half, Kansas running all over OU, the defense not looking like the defense that had saved OU several times this season, Caleb Williams says, yeet, let's go. Like, let's give me this ball. Fourth quarter, let's go. That was not the play I wanted to be on camera while I said that, but still, it was just magic watching Caleb Williams play. Now we're going to have to figure out the defense.
We see Lincoln Riley calling plays there. Before we talk about that defense, and we do need to talk about it, look, the offense was not ready to go in this thing, only had the 3 first-half possessions, didn't do anything with any of them. You ding them for that, but to score 5 touchdowns on 5 possessions in the second half, this play call was huge after Kansas went up, I believe, 10. Come right back with the reverse that goes 66 yards. Riley was really good. Caleb Williams was really good. I know it was Kansas, but you still give them credit for finding a way to win. That said, Chris, this defense is not going to get it done. We have come to the point where, I mean, they were really, really good against West Virginia.
Yep.
Really pretty good against Nebraska.
Yep.
There are some injuries. I understand that if you don't have Woody Washington out there, if you don't have corners that you think can lock people down, you've got to play a little bit more conservative, and you're going to give up a little bit more in the running game and more on first and second down, and that makes third down harder, on and on and on. But they gave up yesterday against Kansas, all capital letters Kansas, 3 drives that lasted 6 minutes or more.
Yep.
Oklahoma State's defense, meanwhile, has given up 2 drives that last 6 minutes or more the entire season. OU's defense isn't good right now.
No.
They've got a couple of weeks to figure it out. But by the time you get to Baylor, Iowa State, and Bedlam, if this defense isn't considerably better than what we have seen against Texas, TCU, and now Kansas, they're going to lose one of those games.
Yep.
And they're not going to make the college football playoff. Period. End of story. If it's just a matter of it's not going to get better until we get healthy, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we're paying Alex Grinch a whole bunch of money to sort some of this stuff out. You've got to figure something out with the personnel you've got on hand. You've got to get off the field. Period.
Yep. And it's interesting because after the game, Isaiah Thomas was talking about this too. The defensive line, which is supposed to be fantastic, it is supposed to be the centerpiece of this defense.
Thought they were one of the best in the country at the start of the year and through a month. Yep.
They were jumping offside. They were getting beat. They were falling to pull blocks easily. They were just they were lost. They were as lost as the offensive line was at the beginning of the season. And now it's reversed. And Isaiah Thomas said himself, look, I jumped offside a couple times. I got beat a couple times. I got to be better. When Isaiah Thomas is saying that, and that's the issue, you know you have a serious problem. So you now have a defense that we were talking about was saving the season earlier in the year when the offense was having issues. They are
Against
as
West
bad
Virginia,
now as the
certainly
offense was in the beginning of the season.
No question. And look,
Yeah.
against Kansas State, Nebraska, and West Virginia, it was the inability to get off the field. Hey, you're not giving the offense enough opportunities. And then it happened again yesterday against Kansas.
Yeah.
Against Texas and TCU, it was the big play,
Yeah.
right? I mean, those were not long drives. That was, 75-yard plays. You're getting beat both ways. Pick something to be good. I am blown away. The linebacker play, they're not showing up. They're not doing nearly enough at that level. What you just said about the defensive line is exactly right. That is supposed to be the star of this unit. They're not exceptional anywhere. And you can't come to me with, we're a college football playoff contender until that gets fixed, until this is a complete team. And I thought we were past that. I thought this was finally the year that if the offense played to the level we all assumed it would preseason, the defense was finally ready. If they were playing at the level the defense did most of last season, you would have the look of a college football playoff contender, especially in this year where everybody, save maybe Georgia, really does look mortal. But man, they're going to end up squandering this incredible opportunity if the defense doesn't come correct. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying
absolutely.
If it doesn't happen, curtains. You got no shot.
And now the question becomes, actually, Lincoln Riley kind of posed this question for himself in the post-game press conference, and I want to ask you about it too. We have been saying for weeks and weeks now, well, they got their bright spots here, their bright spots here. The defense is good here, the offense is good here. We just have to bring it together. We just have to pull it together. How many more weeks can you start asking? Or can you keep asking? Exactly. How many weeks can you keep asking? We just have to pull it together until that either bites you in the butt or people are sick of hearing it. We're this close to pulling it together. How long until that ends up in a loss, like Oklahoma State just suffered, or people get sick of it and they're thinking, all right, well, when are you going to pull it together? Can you pull it together?
Baylor, Iowa State, Oklahoma State. They will not beat those 3 teams in 3 weeks. Unless this defense gets considerably better.
Yep, absolutely.
Period. And look, Alex Grinch has had his frustration level at a 10 for a while now. Yep. There is no doubt in my mind that he has pushed every button he knows to push, and he looks to me like a guy who's getting awfully close to being out of answers. Now, will a switch flip? Yeah, there is better talent on hand than what we are seeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the field. I can't possibly rule them out. When you've got Nick Bonito and Isaiah Thomas, you've got some talent on that defense. You've got some things to work with. I don't know exactly when Woody Washington might get back, but look, you can't just rely on the guys who are injured coming back and saying that's when it'll solve everything. To me, you've got to be putting forth a much better effort than what we saw yesterday.
That's the game of football.
I underscore, all capital letters, underline it. This was Kansas. You cannot possibly allow the Kansas offense to dictate to you for most of the ballgame. It just can't happen. It does not happen with teams that are serious about winning a national championship. It's got to get a whole lot better. And now, do I have the answers? No, I don't.
That's why we're sitting here. We're not in that office.
That's why they pay Alex Grinch a whole lot of money. And look, and the last thing I'll say, I've sort of said this already. They will squander the best opportunity they have had in many years to win a national championship because Alabama's not quite vintage at the moment. Clemson, obviously, not even close. No. Ohio State is lurking, but it is more for the taking than it has been in the college football playoff era. That's since 2014. You've got your best shot. You are sitting at 8-0, and OU fans should be happy about that. But projecting forward, the defense absolutely has to be better.
I think you're absolutely right. If the offense is playing at the level it is now, especially late in games, they can take on the Georgia defense enough that if OU's defense figures it out,
you bet.
Exactly. If OU's defense figures it out and keeps it a close game, this offense, I think, is magical enough, whatever you want to call it, that it can figure out how to win a one-possession game late. But that's if they give themselves a shot, and that's going to rest squarely on the defense's shoulders.
Can't wait for Bedlam. I feel like I say that every week. I do say it every week. Cannot wait. And look, Caleb Williams is QB1 and should be all credit in the world to Lincoln Riley for making that decision when he did. Yeah. Hey, that was fun.
We might have an instant classic in Bedlam this year.
We might. Well,
look,
I love that OSU defense. They are. I don't think they're going to be pushed around in that ball game like we've seen for the most part. Not only the last 10 years, but the last 110 years. Christy Maria there, Caden McFarland here. Thank you so much to our new sponsor, the Tulsa Oilers, and I believe we will be at the BOK Center 1 week from now. As the college football just gets bigger and more important every single week, we've got TU Navy on Friday, and then it's OU versus Texas Tech and OSU versus Kansas next week. What do you say we pull off a hat trick if we're talking hockey, right? Let's pull off it. And then don't forget the Oilers home opener coming Saturday night. That does it for the Rant, everybody. Have a good one.